Hey guys, what's going on? This is my WrestleMania 32 afterthoughts, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought of WrestleMania 32 and how it surprisingly wasn't what I expected. Unfortunately, a lot of people had high expectations for this WrestleMania, and there were a few minor surprises, but nothing really too big. I mean, the first three matches were big surprises, and I'll get to them in a second. But the show itself. 100% not as good as WrestleMania 31 last year. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give WrestleMania 32 a 7. Unlike last year, I gave WrestleMania 31 like, I don't a 10 out of 10. I love WrestleMania 31 because the ending was amazing. Seth Rollins cashing in. It was great. But yeah, WrestleMania 32 wasn't what I expected, but I don't know. Hopefully Raw will be even better. Who knows? NXT was obviously better. Take over Dallas, but alright, anyways, let's get started. With the pre-show, we had Kalisto versus Ryback for the US title. I don't think anyone cared about this match, but Kalisto ended up retaining. So, yeah. Next, we had the Team Total Divas taking on the Team Bad Blondes, or whatever it was. It was Brie Bella and, I don't know, Eva Marie Boo, Alicia Fox, and I think Natalia taking on Naomi, Tamina, Lana, who made her wrestling debut at WrestleMania, and oh my god, the gear she had on her attire. I don't know. I think there was Emma. Emma was the other member of the team. But yeah, I didn't really care about this match. Lana stole the show. At least that match. But Brie Bella and their team won. Yeah, so happy trails, Brie. Anyways, yeah. The third and final match on the pre-show was the Usos versus the Dudleys. Everyone pretty much knew the Usos were gonna win, but you know, hopefully next year we'll get like a triple threat ladder match for the tag titles, and hopefully the Dudleys stay in the WWE. I mean, you know, when they returned back in August after SummerSlam, there were rumors going around that they signed a multi-year deal with the WWE. I don't even know if that's true or not, but if it is, then I want to see the Dudleys win some gold next year at WrestleMania 33. That'd be awesome. So yeah, the Usos did beat the Dudleys, and yeah, nothing really too surprising. Yeah. So anyways, let's start with WrestleMania itself. The opening match, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match that no one wanted to see because we wanted to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the IC title. But we got the ladder match instead. And surprisingly, this was exactly how WrestleMania 31 opened last year. Same exact thing, a ladder match for the IC title. But instead of Kevin Owens retaining, he actually lost it. But to who? So this is what happened. Sami Zayn. He's climbing up the ladder. Oh, and by the way, AJR 12 came over to my house and we were watching it together. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, this is the third year we've seen WrestleMania together. And maybe we'll see SummerSlam again. I went to his house for the last 2 years, actually, for WrestleMania. And I went to SummerSlam to his house last year. And this year he came back to my house for Mania, and who knows? Maybe SummerSlam again this summer. Royal Rumble even maybe. Did he come over for the Royal Rumble? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think he did. Not this year at least. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll. If you guys want to see a vlog, live reactions during the actual pay-per-view vlog in the future, me and him, let me know. I'm pretty sure you guys would like that anyways. But yeah. The IC ladder match, Sami Zayn's going up. Who's going to knock him down? Me and AJR 12, we're thinking, oh my god, who are we forgetting in this match that's going to probably end up winning? Here comes The Miz. Miz pushes him down. He's climbing up the ladder. Miz is going to win the IC title. He gets over. He sits down. He's got his hand up. Everyone's booing. We know what's about to happen. But wait, he's pushed off. Wait, who did it? Who's climbing the ladder? Woo, woo, woo. Zack Ryder wins the Intercontinental Championship. Holy crap, that was something no one saw coming. And yeah, Zack Ryder got his WrestleMania moment. His dad jumped in the ring. They were hugging. Zack took his shirt off. His dad took his pants off. They started making out and rolling around in the ring. It was pretty nasty, but Zack Ryder celebrated with the IC title in style, didn't he? That did not happen. That was just a little thing I just made up there. I don't think the WWE would ever be the same if that ever happened. Zack Ryder having sex with his dad live at WrestleMania. But yeah, Zack Ryder's the IC champion. That's awesome. If you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I have notes. Because I don't want to forget anything. Alright, so next up, match number 2. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Okay match. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was okay match. but the finish was horrible. Chris Jericho won. Yep. Don't really have anything else to say. Me and Super AJR12 or Super AJR12, we were speechless. I don't think we said anything for a good minute. We're just sitting there. Unbelievable. Chris Jericho beat AJ Styles. No. So let's go to match 3. All right. What else could be bad? I mean, Jericho beat Styles. The third match can't be that bad, right? All right. So we had the League of Nations taking on the New Day in it was actually a 3-on-3 6-man tag match. Wade Barrett actually was at ringside. He didn't wrestle. I think he's still injured or something like that. But New Day's entrance, they came out of a giant box of Booty-O's cereal, and they were all dressed up as Dragon Ball Z characters. It was awesome. That sounded like it was very emotional for me because it's still real to me. I'm joking, but yeah, the New Day came out, and they were in a giant box of Booty-O's cereal. Me and AJR12 were actually hoping when the League of Nations came out, Rusev would pick up one of the, I don't know what it was, but Rusev would start eating one of the Booty-O things, like a giant donut. I don't know. But, yeah, so what happened? The League of Nations won. Another disappointment. So that's 2 matches in a row with 2 horrible finishes. Not what we wanted. But after the match, League of Nations gets on the mic. Wade Barrett, he's like, there are no 3 guys in the history of this industry that could beat us. So obviously 3 guys are going to come out, but who? First, we got HBK. Shawn Michaels comes out in his wrestling gear. What is happening? HBK comes out in the wrestling gear. Who's next? Mick Foley comes out. Oh my god, who's number 3? Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby. Austin comes out. Austin, Michaels, and Foley, they go to the ring. They start beating the hell out of the League of Nations. After that, they're celebrating. They're all dancing with the New Day. Xavier's like trying to get Stone Cold to dance. Stone Cold starts dancing, and he gives him the look, the finger, the stunner. I don't think he even did the finger, but he stunned Xavier, and then they just had a beer bash. Awesome WrestleMania moment. But, yeah, it was awesome. Alright, so next up we had Lesnar versus Ambrose in the no-holds-barred street fight. It was a pretty decent match. I think I heard something. I don't know what it was. Let me go see. Alright, sorry about that. I actually was needed for assistance. Alright, but anyway, where were we? Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. It was actually a pretty decent match. I mean, the chainsaw wasn't really used. The barbed wire bat wasn't used. I don't think it was used. But, you know, just pointless props to hype it up. Unfortunately. So there actually was a pretty funny moment when Dean Ambrose got out the barbed wire bat. He got it and he put his lips on it like he was like biting it, and he's like, "Batter up, bitch!" It was pretty funny. And you know, we go from Suplex City, bitch, to Batter Up City, bitch. He didn't say city, he just said Batter Up City. I said city. Batter up, bitch. There. Alright, so Lesnar ended up beating Dean Ambrose with an F5 on steel chairs. Yeah. I mean, this was a 50-50 match. I mean, I couldn't really see Lesnar losing. Then again, I couldn't really see Dean losing, so I just flipped a coin. I didn't really care who won this match, but Lesnar ended up winning, of course. So, no big deal. So, yeah, Lesnar won. Next up, the Hell in a Cell match. Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. If Shane McMahon wins, he gets control of Monday Night Raw. If The Undertaker loses, he is done. His last WrestleMania. Yep. So, Shane McMahon won. And Kurt Angle came back, and they were drinking milk together. I'm joking. But, that'd be awesome. But The Undertaker did win. Yeah, The Undertaker beat Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon jumped off the cell through a table, missed The Undertaker, and ended up Taker beating Shane. So Taker is going to live on. He's going to have, hopefully, a couple more WrestleManias left in his body before he retires. And I always like to think this, they're like, oh, Undertaker's pretty old. He's going to be retiring soon. Think about how old Ric Flair was when he retired. That's what I always like to think about. And then again, you got, like, part-timers that are still coming back and wrestling. Mania 25, Jericho fought 3 legends. Piper, rest in peace, Roddy. Jake the Snake. Alright, let's just drop that. But, you know what I mean. Alright, so yeah. I have to hurry up. My video's about to end because my camera sucks, unfortunately. And I know you guys could listen to me ramble on about this all night, but, you know, it's probably boring just listening to me rambling on for like this. So I'm going to speed it up. We had I wrote divas. Get that word out of your mouth. They're not divas anymore. They're women. They're superstars. The women's triple threat match for the women's championship. That's right. Lita debuted a women's title on the pre-show. Thank God that Divas title's gone. So, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. Who won? Charlotte won. Wasn't really a surprise, but Charlotte is still the women's champion. And some say, and I have to agree, this actually was the match of the night. Believe it or not. So, yep. Anyways, yeah, next we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We had a couple surprise entrants. We had Tatanka. That's right, Diamond Dallas Page. And it just occurred to me, I don't think I thought about this, but they were in Dallas, Texas, and you gotta have Diamond Dallas Page, right? So it was awesome to see DDP and Tatanka there, but wait a minute, we got one more surprise guest. Who's it gonna be? Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal comes out and has like a little standoff with the Big Show, and they end up getting eliminated, but I don't know. It was weird. And it was weird because AJR12 was with me, and I sort of marked out when Shaq came out. I was yet confused. I was like, oh my god, it's Shaq. Wait, what? Am I supposed to be happy? I don't know. You can even ask AJR12. It's true. I marked out for Shaq, but I was yet confused. I'm like, Shaq? Wait, what? It was pretty weird. But, yeah. And who won that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Baron Corbin from NXT, the Lone Wolf. That was awesome. I think he's the Lone Wolf. Am I getting confused? I don't know. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. But yeah, Baron Corbin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, eliminating Kane to win it. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so anyways, The Rock came out. What was his big announcement? To announce the new attendance record. 101,000 people were in the arena. It's a WrestleMania record. Unbelievable, right? So then the music hits and he goes back. No, I'm kidding. But he says now the real fun begins. And exactly as he says that, the lights go out. The Wyatt family comes out. What in the world's going to happen? The Rock challenges one of the three of them. Luke Harper wasn't there. It was Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman, and Bray Wyatt. Luke Harper's not there because he injured his knee, I believe, on a dark match on Raw a couple weeks ago. But Rock challenged one of the Wyatt members to a match. Who was it? It was Uncle Eric. Uncle Eric gets in the ring. Rock rips off his pants and he's wearing his trunks. No joke, this actually happened. He ripped his pants off. He's wearing his trunks. He pulls out his elbow pads from his ass. He puts them on. He's like, let's go. You want to go 1-on-1 with the Great One. So what happens? The bell rings. Rock bottom. 1, 2, 3. 6-second match. It was a record. I admit it was a record. But after that match, the Wyatts surround the ring. Rock's about to get attacked. Who's going to save The Rock? I can't even do it. I was going to do the... There we go. That was pretty good. John Cena returns and saves The Rock, and they beat up the Wyatt family. Okay. And, yeah. It ends up like that. The Rock says, welcome back. If you smell... that stuff. So, Cena's back. Yay! Let's get to the main event. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. And holy crap, what an entrance Triple H had. Holy crap, what the hell was Stephanie wearing? I liked it. I think everyone liked it. But, yeah, Triple H had some weird-ass entrance where, I don't know, it was like these guys in these masks, and they're all like, you are the blind slaves to us, and whatever. I don't know, it was weird. And then Roman comes out, and I heard that they lowered the mic so that the boos wouldn't, like, go over, but, you know, the whole arena was practically booing Roman. So, yeah, what happened? Near the end of the match, Roman ended up spearing the hell out of Stephanie. And Triple H hit him with the pedigree. Roman got back up, spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is the new WWE World Champion. And it ends like that. Not the best WrestleMania, because, obviously, of the predictable things. Other than AJ Styles losing, The New Day losing, and Zack Ryder becoming the IC champion, everything else was pretty much predictable. Except for the Battle Royal. that too, because I don't think anyone knew that Baron Corbin was even going to be in the Battle Royal. But yeah, I only have one more thing left to say, and that is, please God, make Monday Night Raw tonight be better and make up for what we saw, sadly, at the end of WrestleMania last year. This year, my mistake. Last year was amazing. Now, I'm sorry to those Reigns fans out there, but yeah, hopefully tonight he turns heel.